What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound, where we're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, April 6th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given us at Pickdawgz over the years. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to tune into the Wraparound so I can put you on some free pick NHL winners. If you're looking for my best bets on the board, the games that I absolutely love, head to pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. Got something on the board for pretty much everybody today. Got my $19 college hoops play of the day from the NCAA tournament. We've hit 5 straight NCAA tournament best bets. Also got a 5-pack from Major League Baseball, including my MLB pickoff play. Still sitting number 1 in the MLB leaderboards. Hoping to keep that going. I know that season is a marathon, not a sprint. But we're still off to a great start there. Hoping to keep it rolling. And also got a 3-pack from the NHL as well. So definitely something that you want to hop on. Whether it's a daily package, you can make you some money to start the weekend and roll it forward. The best value, though, hopping on a long-term pass. You're going to get every single play that I make. The longer term you go, the cheaper that it makes the plays. And a lot of times, like it is today, the 3-day and the 7-day passes are actually cheaper than buying each of Saturday's packages individually. So definitely take advantage of that. You can also pair me up with any of your other favorite handicappers as part of our multi-capper promotion. Whatever you choose to do, though, use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Definitely helps you with that as well. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Sorry it's a little bit late today. The morning show ran a little bit long, but still giving you time to get the at least hopefully get the first game in, the Tampa Bay Pittsburgh game at 1 o'clock Eastern. If not, we still got action all throughout the card, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, all the way down to the late night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So let's not wait anymore. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first matchup on Saturday's card takes us to the PPG Paints Arena, where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Should be an entertaining matchup for the marquee game, but I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Penguins here. I know the Tampa Bay Lightning have been playing some solid hockey. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, playing really well, but the Pittsburgh Penguins have won 3 straight and 5 of 6. Frankly, need this game a lot more than Tampa Bay Lightning do, have already clinched a playoff spot, and the Penguins are one of 4 teams that are within 2 points of the final playoff spot, and even the final spot in the Metropolitan Division right now. The Islanders, the Flyers, the Capitals, and the Penguins all within 2 points of each other. And as much as I've hated on the Pittsburgh Penguins and bashed them at times this season, the reality is right now they're playing some of their best hockey of the season, and I just think that they have a shot here. They have a puncher's chance of making the postseason, but they have to pick up wins wherever they can get them. And a home date against the Tampa Bay Lightning team that might have their focuses elsewhere now that they're in the postseason, could definitely be a good spot. The Lightning are still trying to chase down the Maple Leafs for the 3rd spot in the Atlantic to try to set up an all-Florida matchup with the Panthers, but I still think that Pittsburgh's favored at home for a reason in this one. Tampa Bay's issues this season have also been on the road, so I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Penguins here, minus 114. Speaking of the Florida Panthers, we're going to go to the TD Garden where the Bruins take on Florida. And, we just saw these two teams meet up not that long ago, and it ended up being a 4-3 win for the Boston Bruins in Florida. And, the Bruins have won all 3 meetings this season. I think they take a 4th. The Bruins are just playing the better hockey right now. The Florida Panthers, while they're still viewed by many as one of the best teams in the NHL, and they're coming off of a 6-0 win on the road over the Ottawa Senators, they're still backpedaling into the postseason right now. I mean, they've lost 7 of their last 10 games. The Bruins are picking it up. They're coming off of a 3-game win streak to end their 6-game road trip. They come back home where statistically they played their better hockey this season. So give me the Boston Bruins here at the coin flip price. I think it's going to be a great game, but I lean towards Boston in this one. Now we're headed to the United Center where the Chicago Blackhawks take on the Dallas Stars. And, I really want to take a shot on a home dog here, but unfortunately the Blackhawks are just one pooch that I cannot get behind. The Blackhawks, sure, they beat the Philadelphia Flyers. They won back-to-back home games against Calgary and San Jose, but the reality is that the Dallas Stars are on another level right now. Now, sure, there could be a look-ahead spot for the Stars with the Colorado Avalanche on deck on the second half of the back-to-back coming up. But, even if it's Ottinger or Wedgwood here, it's one of the better 1-2 punches in goal in the NHL. I think the Dallas Stars, they need to take advantage of the game in hand, which is this one. that they have over the Colorado Avalanche. A win here for Dallas puts them 5 points clear at the top of the Central Division with the game in hand, with the game going against Colorado tomorrow. And if they win tomorrow, they could almost lock up the Central Division. So I think there's still plenty to play for here for the Dallas Stars. The Chicago Blackhawks are just playing out the string at this point, and realistically are just not a team I want any part of against a team of Dallas' caliber. So give me the Dallas Stars on the puck line, -1.5 goals. Now we're headed to the XL Energy Center, where the Minnesota Wild take on the Winnipeg Jets. And I tried to get there with the Minnesota Wild because this Minnesota Wild team still has something to play for, as they're, not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs yet. But, I mean, they're a team that's 10 points out with 7 games to go. The Los Angeles Kings are playing some decent hockey right now. I think I'm just ready to stick a fork in the Minnesota Wild. The Winnipeg Jets, they're still trying to maybe get home ice for their first round playoff series, what looks to be against the Colorado Avalanche. And Colorado, we just mentioned, has that big game against Dallas on Sunday. So I think Winnipeg, if they can take advantage of some winnable spots, potentially put themselves in a good position to host that first round playoff series, which is pretty big considering if they play the Avalanche have played less effective on the road. They're still a sub 500 team on the road. And while I talk about Winnipeg's consistency home and away this season, they are a better home team at 25-11-3 compared to 21-13-3 so far on the road this season. So I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets. They've won 4 straight head-to-head against the Minnesota Wild. Give me the Winnipeg Jets at -120. Now we're heading to the SAP Center, where the San Jose Sharks take on the St. Louis Blues. And I get why the St. Louis Blues are favored, and they probably win this game comfortably. They're the more trustworthy of the two teams in this matchup. However, the San Jose Sharks have actually won both meetings with the St. Louis Blues this season, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that this is probably a considerable spot where you would see Joel Hofer for the St. Louis Blues, who is the far less reliable option between the pipes compared to Jordan Binnington. But it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, at the time I'm recording this video, the Blues don't have a starting goalie confirmed, and I mean, the Blues also play the Anaheim Ducks on the second half of their back-to-back tomorrow. So which spot would you rather start Binnington in? So it's I guess it's trying to figure out where the goaltending situation lies here for St. Louis. But I still think we're going to see an over here. I think that we're going to see if it's Binnington, you see maybe 1 or 2 goals from San Jose. And you probably see a bunch from St. Louis here in a blowout. If it's Hofer, all bets are off. Goals could come on both sides here. So give me the over 6, but probably not rushing to the window to bet this one. Now we're headed to the Nationwide Arena, where the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And, the Philadelphia Flyers, another team that desperately needs a win here for their playoff positioning, but they've lost 6 in a row, and they have not looked good against a lot of teams in that stretch. They lost a home game 5-1 against Chicago. They lost in overtime to the Islanders. They just got beat up by the Buffalo Sabres. They've given up 4 or more goals in each of the 6 games during this losing streak. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Blue Jackets are still one of the worst teams in the NHL, but they play their best hockey considerably at home. In their last couple of home games, sure, they lost to the Islanders, but before that, they beat the Colorado Avalanche as sizable underdogs. They earned a shootout win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I just think this is a spot where, if anything, I might want to take a shot on some value with the Columbus Blue Jackets here, who did beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia last time these two teams met on January 4th. So I'll take a stab at the Columbus Blue Jackets here, but again, another one that's kind of iffy at best for me in this card. Now we're going to the Bell Center, where the Montreal Canadiens take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in an original 6 all-Canadian rivalry matchup. And, the Montreal Canadiens, have said it before, and I'll say it again, provided a ton of value in the underdog role on the puck line. They're 24-14 on the puck line at home this season. A lot of those did come in the underdog role, but they have had a couple of favorites. But, I could take a shot here with the +1.5 with Montreal. But, you're laying around -150, and you do cover yourself in case Montreal sneaks out the win here. But I think I'm just going to take Toronto to win this game in regulation and cover myself off the other way, because Toronto plays their best hockey on the road. They are 22-9-6 on the road this season compared to 21-14-3 at home. And they've had considerable goal scoring outputs in some of their recent road games. They beat Buffalo 3-0. They also beat Washington 7-3. And I just think that the Maple Leafs get it done in this spot. They've won 4 straight head-to-head against Montreal. I'm going to take the Maple Leafs to win this one in regulation. Get that minus 220 price down to something around minus 140. Now we're going to the Canadian Tire Center where the Ottawa Senators take on the New Jersey Devils. And again, a game I went back and forth on. I usually like to look at the Ottawa Senators at home as they're 20-17-2, so a winning record at home this season. But it's so hard for me to get behind them here just with how bad they looked against the Florida Panthers, losing 6-0 in that game, like we mentioned earlier. On the other side of that coin, though, New Jersey's lost 3 straight. They've allowed a combined 15 goals, 5 goals per game over that 3-game losing streak. Just goes to speak to my issue I've had with New Jersey all season long, is I don't trust the goaltending. I didn't trust it when it was, guys like Nico Dawes and Akira Schmid. And now I don't trust it when it's Jake Allen and Kaapo Kähkönen. So I think Ottawa can put forth their best effort at home here and score some goals, but I also think Ottawa susceptible between the pipes with Jonas Korpisalo and Anton Forsberg. The last 3 meetings between these two teams have seen 7, 8, and 8 goals, all hitting the over. I think we're hitting the over once again here. Give me the over 6.5 between the Senators and the Devils. Now we're going to the UBS Arena for this matchup between the New York Islanders and the Nashville Predators, 2 teams with some playoff contention here and hoping to make some noise in the postseason. But the thing for me here is the New York Islanders, sure, they've won 3 straight and they're heading into the postseason, at least with some momentum here, or at least trying to get into the postseason, I should say, and they have a lot more to play for here. But those wins came against Columbus, Chicago, and Philadelphia. Philadelphia, we just talked about, is just backpedaling into the postseason. Columbus and Chicago are still 2 of the worst teams in the NHL. Nashville, they got back on track at home with a win over St. Louis last time out. They've still picked up points in 19 of their last 22 games. And not only that, they're back out on the road where, even though it's marginal, they've actually played their better hockey this season. They're 22-12-3 on the road compared to 22-16-1. The fact that I think that we're getting the better team at a coin flip price in this matchup is not something I'm going to pass. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. Give me the Nashville Predators on the money line at minus 110. Now we're going to the Crypto.com arena where the Los Angeles Kings take on the Vancouver Canucks. And this is going to be a great matchup as well, but the thing for me here is the Vancouver Canucks. I think that this is a team that is going to make some noise come playoff time, but they need to get the goaltending situation healthy. And that offense that really fueled a lot of the charge for the Vancouver Canucks for much of the season has kind of taken a step back as of late. They've scored 3 goals or less in each of their last 5 games. They've gone just 2 and 3 in those games. They've also scored 3 goals or less in 8 of their last 10. And the Los Angeles Kings, say what you want about the Kings and their issues, at home, they're still a 500 team at home this season, but they've won 4 straight at home going back to their last 10 games. They beat Chicago, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, and Seattle. And the Los Angeles Kings are trying to solidify their spot in the playoffs. They have nothing guaranteed yet. They're also trying to maybe leapfrog the Predators and even leapfrog the Golden Knights into the 3rd spot in the Pacific Division here. So I think the Los Angeles Kings find a way to get it done at home. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Kings here at minus 120. And our final game on Saturday's card takes us to the Scotiabank Saddledome for the Battle of Alberta between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. And this is a rivalry where it's a rivalry, but it's weird in the sense that not only do these teams just want to beat the crap out of each other, but they also want to hurt each other on the scoreboard, as we've seen a lot of games, a lot of high-scoring games between these two teams in the past, and the road teams actually won each of the last 2 meetings between these two teams in 2024, and that's partially why I'm going with the Oilers here, but also the fact that I just can't trust the Calgary Flames, who have simply played themselves out of the playoffs in the last couple weeks. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games. They've had trouble keeping the puck out of the net. They've allowed 4 or more goals in 6 of their last 8 games, and I just can't get there with the Calgary Flames here. So give me the Edmonton Oilers to win this one in regulation at minus 110 to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, April 6th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, And hit that notification bell in the description of this video below to get notified when the newest and freshest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.